Hey, David, between the legal challenges and the not conceding and claiming he won and lawsuits and elector ideas, what is Donald Trump's actual endgame here? Does he think he will be inaugurated to a second term? I think the answer is no. I think at this point, Donald Trump knows he's not getting a second term. And for me, there's been a lot of focus about Trump's lawsuits having the goal of throwing out so-called illegal votes or getting a recount that changes the results. I think if we want to, for a second, believe that there's some bigger strategy here, and there may not be, but let's imagine there is some bigger strategy. The more likely strategy, the more likely to be effective strategy here would be that Donald Trump is merely trying to get a court to prevent a state from certifying its election. If you can prevent state legislatures from certifying the election results, you then can create a situation where state legislators get to pick electors. This is part of 3 USC Section 2. Now, this is different than what I talked about in an earlier segment where I said you're not going to get enough faithless electors. You're not going to get willy-nilly states to just send different electors. But there's this scenario where if you can actually delay certification, state legislatures get to appoint electors. And for me, if there is a strategy, and I don't know that there is, these people have shown themselves to be incompetent. Everything they're filing is being thrown out. If there were a strategy, it would be that. I still think it's unlikely because I don't know that I see a court staying, in other words, pausing certification by any state in such a way that it will go further than roughly December 14th, which is when that electoral vote is set to happen. I don't see that happening. Courts have been moving very quickly. Oftentimes we'll have a lawsuit and then 2 days later, the court throws it out. Courts understand the time sensitivity of this. So given that I don't think Trump really believes he has a shot at overturning the election results, it seems to me that this is either just Donald Trump's delusional narcissistic ego, who can't admit that he lost, even if he sort of knows, he knows he's going to be pushed out. He simply can't admit it. And he says, file every lawsuit you can, do everything you can. It might simply be that. It could be Donald Trump planning to undermine Joe Biden, not only now, but through his presidency. And this is just part of it, never admitting that he actually lost. It could be that Donald Trump is trying to hand Joe Biden the most chaotic possible situation he can on January 20th. And continuing to further these lawsuits is part of that. And it could be that Donald Trump is simply trying to smoothly transition right into some kind of media project, which has been hypothesized by many Trump wants to do, some kind of challenger to Fox News, some kind of, outfoxing Fox News with some kind of Trump news network. All of these things, I find myself saying, okay, we'll deal with that when we come to it, if we do, after Donald Trump has left office on January 20th. But I don't see any end game beyond that. And if you really think Donald Trump is doing this because he thinks he's going to get a second term, I want to hear from you. I just don't see it. We have a great bonus show for you today, after which we will be off Thursday and Friday for Thanksgiving. I will be back with you on Monday. Have a good holiday. If you're celebrating, be safe. Very important. Be safe.